administered a lie detector test. You believe Ms. Nichols is not telling you the truth.
Why did you sign the birth certificate?
I don't recall signing on birth certificate, Your Honor.
Boy, are you crazy? I think he's a big coward that doesn't want any more responsibility.
Girl, please. I'm just not going to take care of a kid. That's not mine.
Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This case of Nichols v. Young.
Thank you, Ron. Good day, everyone. Ms. Nichols, you've dragged the defendant, Mr. Young, to court today because you say he denies he's the father of your 13-month-old daughter, Sine.
Yes, Your Honor.
You say it's time for him to step up and take responsibility.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Young, you say you refuse to accept Sine because you claim that Ms. Nichols was already pregnant when you began your relationship, and you refuse to allow her to trap you with another man's baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Young, so why do you believe she's trying to pin a child on you?
Well, she doesn't like the fact that I moved on and I have a new relationship, and she's all about getting money out of me. She knows that I was treating her good. She's been lying since the first time I met her, just making my life miserable.
Have you been making his life miserable, Ms. Nichols?
No, Your Honor, I have not. He started denying my daughter before his new relationship. He actually started denying her when I moved out of his house because he was cheating.
Really?
I've known Mr. Young for 19 years. We met when we were 15 years old, and when I met him again on Facebook, you know, we automatically moved in together, you know.
That's a lie. We didn't automatically move in. She hit me up on Facebook, talking about because she'd been trying to find me, and she was wanting to see me. And as soon as she came over, she was still on the same thing she was when I first met her, trying to get back in the bed with me, like always.
Wow.
So there was no instant connection, like she said, Mr. Young?
I mean, no, there was no instant connection like that. I mean,
Your Honor,
I was getting out of a relationship, and then she hit me up like, hey, I want to come over, man. I ain't seen you in a long time. Can we hang out? So we hang out, and then
Your Honor, I was living with a roommate that was moving to Georgia, and I didn't know where I was going to go. So Mr. Young,
I didn't know a sugar daddy could be a roommate.
Mr. Young and his family member that he was living with at the time said, well, Tasha, come on and stay with us. From October 13th until October 15th, we lived together. 1 year.
An entire year?
An entire year.
And during that time, you all were having a sexual relationship as well?
Only that,
yes.
You said only that?
Yeah, because it was nothing more. That's all she wanted to do.
You know, there's plenty of statuses on my Facebook with us together. He even had changed his relationship status to where we were in a relationship.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. He told me he loved me the first night that I was there. That's why he never left.
That's a lie. She didn't have nowhere to go because she was being evicted, and the guy she was staying with at the time was a sugar daddy.
I was not. No, he was not my sugar daddy, and I was not being evicted. I could not afford that apartment by myself.
She was telling this man that I was
not homeless because I have family members that would not let me be out in the street.
One at a time.
She was telling this man that she was living with that I was her cousin.
Yes, I absolutely did.
When he was bringing her over to my house, dropping her off, and she telling me that he's just a friend of the family, but couldn't find out
no, I
he was
did
the
not.
one that she was sleeping with.
No.
Okay, wait a minute. Who is this man?
He's a friend of mine.
Do you have sex with him?
No, I do not.
You don't have
How old is he?
73.
73. Whoa. And he calls him your sugar daddy. What does he do for you?
Any and everything I ask him to.
Right, exactly.
And Your Honor, since he wants to go there, he had no problem with this man when we were hungry, and I would call him and he would bring us something to eat. You know, anything I called and asked this man for, he would come. If I needed a ride to work, because he couldn't take me. He couldn't provide me with no bus money or anything.
Hold on, so you got a little sugar from the sugar daddy too?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Young, do you believe this sugar daddy is Sinead's father? Is that what you're asserting today in court?
She's the same color as him, and she looks like him.
And so you asked the court to order a lie detector test to determine if Miss Nichols had slept with this particular man.
She told me she had, Your Honor. She told me she used to. She told me she used to sleep with him before. She cut it off.
No, I did not.
She told me, because I told her, ain't no man going to be giving her no money without him not getting nothing in return. She said, oh, well, he's just a friend of the family.
Never intercourse.
Sexual contact. What was sexual contact?
Never intercourse.
What's sexual contact?
You don't know the difference between sexual contact and intercourse?
That means you sleeping with him. And she also had another young fella before that she was messing with before I got with her too. And his mama told me that she still messing with him.
It was before you.
And you were still messing with him.
How was I messing with him?
Still, his own mama said you still have a liquor.
So unless they give conjugal visits without us being married, then that's the only reason that I could be sleeping with this man.
So you believe that's why you're not Sanai's biological father, because she was intimate with other people?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
But you told him, Ms. Nichols, you never had intercourse with?
Yes.
That man. And what about the other guy? Were you sleeping with him too?
No, I had broke up with that man 2 years before he came along.
Well, she said she broke up in a relationship. Don't you mess around with people? So
but I was broke up with him before I started messing with you, Sean.
So you was sleeping
he was in jail. The man was in jail.
Yeah, okay.
I have not heard from this man.
Well, I heard from him constantly on Facebook telling me not to believe nothing you say, because you're always sleeping around and you ain't never gonna stop messing with the sugar daddy. He himself told me that, and your family members.
Okay.
His mama told me, everybody didn't tell me.
Okay, well, y'all so much talking about my sugar daddy. I haven't lied to either one of them about this man.
Yes, you did lie to you lied to the sugar daddy about me, and you lied to me first.
I lied to him about you, but I did not lie to Sean about him.
So you said you lied to the sugar daddy about Mr. Young.
Yes, I did.
Because he didn't want him to get cut off.
What did you say?
I told him that he was my cousin.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Right.
If there wasn't anything romantic going on, why
He would cut my funds off.
See, about money, all about money.
Well, I mean, we asked her the question, she answered it. I mean, if it's the truth, it's the truth.
And it's just like he's sitting here trying to make me like I'm just a whore or a thought or something, and I'm neither.
Did you believe it was your child, Mr. Young?
At first I did, but then when I started looking at the dates, the baby was due in August and she had her at the end of May, so how can that be my baby?
When we asked you, Ms. Nichols, did you have sexual intercourse with him? Is that what you're asserting today in court?
Same color as him, and she looks like him.
He calls him your sugar daddy. What does he do for you?
Any and everything I ask him to.
Do you have sex with him?
No, I do not.
When you got pregnant, Ms. Nichols, you told him?
He told me I was pregnant.
Really?
We were just sitting around, and he just kept looking at me, and I'm like, well, you know, what are you looking at? He was like, well, you're pregnant. I'm like, yeah, right. You know, I didn't believe I was pregnant. A couple days later, I went to the doctor, and I was pregnant.
Did you believe it was your child then, Mr. Young?
At first I did, but then when I started looking at the dates when the baby was born, the dates don't add up. The baby was due in August and she had her at the end of May, so how can that be my baby?
Hold on. Let me see if I can understand this. Ms. Nichols, do you remember the night you believe you conceived?
I say around the middle of November, around the 15th, give or take.
And if you calculate this conception date, your due date would be approximately August 12th, 2015.
That was my exact due date.
And when was Sine born?
May 28th.
Right.
May 28th.
She was 11 weeks early, Your Honor.
Mr. Young, this leads you to believe this is not your biological child.
This just didn't really just add up to me.
Because
the baby was dark and she had almost all my kids have a cleft. Most of all my kids have a cleft, and none of my kids are dark skinned.
Like I told him, it's genes.
And she's getting older. She's starting to look like her sugar daddy. She's starting to look like the man.
All right. I have administered a lie detector test, Mr. Young, because you believe Ms. Nichols is not telling you the truth.
Yes.
So she submitted to a lie detector test, and I have those results. Ron?
Ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Nichols, you met with a licensed polygraph examiner. When we asked you if once you began a sexual relationship with Sean, did you have sexual intercourse with anyone else, you said yes.
Yes.
Wow.
And the lie detector determined you were being truthful. Mr. Young, you seem surprised by that.
No, I don't. I'm saying wow because I already knew that. I knew she was messing around because I told you people have been telling me.
Know.
The guy, mother of the young prince she was messing with told me, and friends of her own family told me.
Do you believe Sine is his biological daughter?
All of the family is stating, oh, that's not your baby, that's not your...
All right. Now, when asked if you had sexual contact with the man you refer to as your sugar daddy, you said no. And the lie detector test determined you were being deceptive.
We have had sexual contact before, never intercourse, and it was not while I was with Sean.
So does this further fuel your doubt, Mr. Young?
Oh, I'm on fire right now. I'm on fire because I knew this. All I wanted her to do was tell me the truth.
Okay. Has the man that Mr. Young refers to as the sugar daddy done anything for Sinai?
He does everything for her.
I wonder why.
I can't call you.
You know why you can't call me? Because you constantly cussing me out, calling me B's and F's
Stop
and
acting like
guns
one.
on everything you can think of.
Stop
Underneath
acting
your
like
belt.
one.
I'm not going to sit there and let nobody be disrespected. I don't disrespect you. You shouldn't disrespect me. If it's all about the child, when you call me, it should be about the baby. Keep it as that.
Right, it
me
should
and
be
you
like
are no
that.
longer more.
Why
Like
well, then you need to stop texting me and telling me how much you miss me
Woman,
and how
please,
much
don't
you
go
want to
there with
marry
that.
me.
Don't
and
go there with
yeah,
that. Marry you.
Yeah, I went there.
Yeah, I'm going to marry you.
I went there.
Wait a minute now. I thought this was over and he had moved on.
Exactly.
We did move on, and he came back into our lives in the middle of May, and we started having sex again. The last time was just 3 weeks ago.
Girl, please.
He was just at my house 5 days ago, but we didn't have sex because I had company.
Mr. Young, are you still going over her house?
No, I'm not going over her Honor. If I were going over her house,
Your Honor,
no,
I have a
never
text message from him.
Ron, let me see that.
Thank you.
This text message says, I would love to marry you if you could respect me and stop talking to me the way you do. If you did that, you would and could never lose me. The date is 6/13, June 13th at 2:28 p.m. This is a text from you.
This woman right here has been known to change stuff around.
How
I did not see that right there. That don't mean nothing. I could have said that months ago or wherever.
The date is right there.
So I don't believe nothing she said.
Okay, so now let's get to it. So did you say this? Let's take away the date and the time. Did you say this
No, I did not.
at some point?
No.
Go ahead and tell the truth.
I'm telling you the truth. I did not write that to her on that date. No, I did not.
Not on that date. I'm just asking, did you write this to her? Period. Do you remember those words?
I write her on lots of stuff before when we used to be together. When we used to be together. When we used to be together. I should send her all types of stuff.
At my hotel.
I'm sorry, Miss
He
Nichols.
texted me last night and asked me, was I okay and what hotel I was at.
So, Mr. Young, when was the last time you were intimate with Miss Nichols?
Months ago. Like 3-4 months ago.
June 9th.
Months ago.
All right, I'd like to hear from your witness. Ma'am, please stand. State your name for the court.
Laquita Strode.
Miss Strode, you are Mr. Young's
Girlfriend.
new girlfriend.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe Sine is his biological daughter?
Actually, Your Honor, all of the family is stating, oh, that's not your baby, but I'm the only one out of everybody that's giving her the benefit of the doubt and saying this may be your child.
Why do you feel that way?
Because to me, some of her features do resemble Sean. And if it's a chance that this baby could be his, he needs to know. And just not listen to what everybody else is saying, because I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm just trying to get the truth just like everybody else.
She's asserted that he's still trying to have a romantic relationship with her.
And if that's the situation, he can have her.
I will say this, Ms. Strode, because you speak so eloquently. But from what I witnessed today, your boyfriend is still right along with it.
That's why I said what I said.
I mean, he is right in the thick of it with Miss Nichols. They don't miss a beat.
Absolutely.
And when he talks about this sugar daddy, his body language, he just gets enraged.
Absolutely.
Your Honor, I'm not a bad person. I even offered for try to get a DNA test when the baby was first born.
No, you didn't, because they would have did it in the hospital, and I would have been glad.
She was upset because she had just had the baby. She said she was all upset.
Sean, you never mentioned that in the hospital. Well, then why did you sign the birth certificate?
I don't recall signing on birth certificate, Your Honor.
Boy, are you crazy? His name is on there.
Let me see if I have it in the court
Just show
file.
me, I like to see.
Look at there.
I ain't write that.
Sine Emery Young, father's name Sean Dale Young Sr. That's you?
It's me.
They wouldn't put it on there if you didn't sign it.
You hear the key word they put on it because she told them.
They would not put your name on there if you did not sign it, Mr. Young.
Miss Nichols.
So you say you didn't sign this birth
I don't
certificate?
recall signing nothing, ma'am.
And do you remember him participating in this part of the process, Ms. Nichols?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he go to the hospital?
Yes, he was there. That's him while she was still in the hospital.
That's a beautiful picture. You don't look like you have doubt in that picture.
Your Honor, her attitude and the way she treats me is bogus. That's why I want to make sure that I'm taking care of a child that's mine.
I think he's a big coward that doesn't want any more responsibility.
I'm just not going to take care of a kid that's not mine.
Moving on. You all ready for these results?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. You know, I can tell when somebody's done with somebody.
I am.
Because, no, your body language, your energy, no. Baby, I practiced law way too long.
Coward that doesn't want any more responsibility.
I'm just not going to take care of a kid that's not mine.
In the case of Nichols versus Young, when it comes to 13-month-old Sanae Young, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Young, you are her father.
Surprise, surprise.
Look right here. And I see tears in your eyes because what do you feel in this moment?
Because, like, his dad wasn't in his life. So he should know that how I would feel, how his mom felt. Break the cycle.
Now we know this is your biological daughter.
Yes, ma'am. That's what
You
I'm...
can't keep going on the way you're going. This little girl is going to grow up with all of this negative energy surrounding her and fighting and arguing back and forth, and she doesn't deserve that. I want you all to start talking about and figuring out how you do this together without ending up together. You know, I can tell when somebody's done with somebody.
I am.
Because, no, your body language, your energy, everything about what you're doing does not... No, that's not what I'm talking about. Baby, I practiced law way too long and had too many people on the stand for you to think you can stand here in this courtroom and tell all these lies you done told. And I believe it. If you're going to co-parent, do that well. If you can't be together in a relationship, sexual or otherwise, without creating drama, cut it. I wish you all the very best of luck. Court is adjourned.
Closed captioning.
The baby looks like the other guy because you know what the other guy looks like.
Yes, Your Honor.
But when I sent you the pregnancy test and told you I was pregnant, you said, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in her life.
I didn't know how many guys she slept with. You know, guys coming out the blue in the neighborhood. I hit that, I hit that, I hit that.
I felt like he was a good man for me and my children. And then when I got pregnant, he told me he was going to be there, and I really thought that. And I feel like a fool.
The baby's not mine, Your Honor.
Please be seated.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
This is a case of Barrage v. Steffens.
Thank you, Ron. Good day, everyone.
Yeah, Your Honor.
Mr. Barrage, you've dragged Ms. Steffens to court because you say you're being played for a fool. And when today's DNA results prove that you are not her daughter, Phelan's father, you demand that your name be removed from her birth certificate and you be reimbursed for the past 8 months of child care expenses. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Steffens, you say you're tired of Mr. Barrage calling you out and embarrassing you in front of your family by claiming that your child belongs to another man. So, Mr. Barrage, tell me why you feel like a fool.
I feel like a fool, Your Honor, because I signed the birth certificate of a child that's not mine.
So how did that happen?
I'm a good guy. I want to be a good guy and do the right thing by signing the birth certificate, because on my birth certificate, my father didn't sign my name.
At the point that you signed the birth certificate, did you have doubts?
Yes, Your Honor.
But you did it anyway?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by doing so that you would now be the legal father of this child?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's the way the court would acknowledge you.
Yes,
You
Your Honor.
are the father.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you don't believe you're the biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
You signed the birth certificate. You was there with me through the whole pregnancy, taking me to doctor's appointments, watching the kids. You've been there
But
playing a role in her life.
I also had another woman on the side, and you had another guy on the side.
What girlfriend? I never knew it was a girlfriend. We were together every day since the first day we started hanging out.
You know, I had my girlfriend, and you know, and you just something to do, you know.
But when I sent you the pregnancy test and told you I was pregnant, you said what? I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in her life. That's my child. You was there. You signed the birth certificate, cut the umbilical cord. I didn't force you to do anything. You chose to do that willingly because you felt, obviously, that she was your child.
That because I was having unprotected sex with you, and it's a slight possibility that the child might have been mine. But, you know, I was with my girl for 2 years. And I just feel like, you know, you was sleeping with this guy, what make you think he wasn't a father? You was having unprotected with him?
So wait, let me understand this. What kind of relationship were you all in now?
It's supposed to be in the one
You
night
said
stand,
something to do.
Something to do, like a, just a flame.
Okay, it started off as just a casual fling.
Yes.
Do you remember the day she told you she was pregnant?
Yes.
I sent him a text message of the pregnancy test. I told him I'm pregnant. He said, oh, I'm going to be there. That's my child. I'm going to be in his or her life. He's saying that I was just something to do, but that was never my impression. Me and Fernando, we was together all the time. It wasn't no one-night stand. We was together consistently every day. My mom was there with my kids.
Did you think you all were in a relationship?
I didn't think we were in a relationship, but I thought it was more because I knew that my intentions was to make it more than what it was.
But you knew I had another girl, and you also said this to me, pillow talking, like you gonna try to take me away from my girl. You know what I'm saying? Trying to set me up, trying to trap me.
Oh.
That was, no.
So wait, you think she was trying to trap you?
Yes, Your Honor, because, with my ex-girlfriend, I was good. She had a son. I took care of him. So she seen how I was, taking care of them. She wanted that for herself.
No, the reason that attracted me to him, I did like the way that he embraced my children. Me and him wasn't even initially talking at first. He embraced my children. He bought things over for them. So I was attracted by that. It wasn't me trying to steal him away from his girlfriend. And Mr. Barrage chose to be with me.
Let's talk about how it all went wrong. I mean, because it seemed like you all kind of had an understanding, and then this pregnancy happens. And you immediately begin to doubt?
Yes, Your Honor, because I didn't know how many guys she slept with. Gas coming out the blue in the neighborhood where I stay, just come out the blue. I hit that, 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 I hit that.
He's going off what other people say, and he's going off what other people saying. Ask him, does he know anything that's for sure?
Yeah.
Not what people are saying.
Mr. Barrage, what do you know for sure? Do you have any proof of this?
I have proof, Your Honor.
Please, tell me.
Can I show you? I have
oh, you have an exhibit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please. The other guy.
For one, Your Honor, I don't have light blue, green, hazel eyes, Your Honor. So that's for one.
The other guy has light eyes.
Yes, Your Honor. And for one, Your Honor, I'm brown skinned, Your Honor.
Light brown eyes.
Hey, the guy got light skinned complexion, Your Honor.
So these are all the factors you believe that add up. So you're not Shaylin's father.
Yes, Your Honor. And Your Honor, people say the baby looked just like him, Your Honor.
People say, you see, he keep bringing
up. What have people told you?
People had a party in which Miss Stephens went to, and the other alleged father was there. I don't know exactly what was said, because I wasn't there, Your Honor, but they was talking, her and the other gentleman, the alleged baby father, that this my baby, why you playing games with me and this guy over here when you know that's my baby, Miss Stephens.
Really? Did that happen, Miss Stephens?
Your Honor, I did go to the party. People say a lot of things. I don't like being around the other guy because I don't want to give nobody anything to come back and tell Mr. Barrage. Nothing, no words were exchanged. The guy asked me to take him to the store, and that's pretty much all that was said. People are constantly telling Mr. Barrage these things, and I don't understand.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
That never came out of my mouth. I never said anything.
Because in the neighborhood where we stay in, we all stay in a small town, Your Honor. And in the neighborhood, why is she always with the alleged...
Mr. Barrage, before you continue your testimony, please step back over to the podium.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you for that exhibit. So, you believe she was telling this other guy that he's the father, too?
Yes, Your Honor.
Really?
Yes. I really don't know who my father is, because my name ain't on the birth certificate other than what my mother tell me, but ain't no name on the birth certificate. My generation, I can go back on my generation, my family's close in that family all the way to like 1874. And like far as our genetic code, everybody, we got big eyes, big nose, big lips. That baby got light eyes, little nose, little...
Shaylin is not only from you, Mr. Barrage. She's my child also. She can have my genes.
Well, the baby don't look nothing like you. She's supposed to be just a hit it, quit it. I made a mistake. She put some type of voodoo on me or something, Your Honor.
Boy, please, I wish you quit standing up here.
So, obviously that she was your child.
That's because I was having unprotected sex with you, and it's a slight possibility that the child might have been married.
Mr. Barrage, you think the baby looks like the other guy because you know what the other guy looks like.
Yes, Your Honor.
But, Your Honor, if he felt like that, why has he been there? Why didn't we been take care of it? Because I asked him. When we first came home, initially, we came home from the hospital. having a child is a joy. We go to my mom's house, we're celebrating. So we're drinking. Me and Mr. Barrage ended up getting into an argument. I seen some text messages in his phone from another female, so I confronted him on that. He got this big thing. I guess he thought I tried to, like, front him off in front of my family. So he just went off, said, oh, from day one, she's not my baby and I want a DNA test. Well, my mom said, Barbara Ann, you need to go ahead and get a DNA test for that baby.
Yes,
I asked Mr. Barrage and he told me don't do it.
Your Honor, I always had that thought in my head.
So when I asked you to get the DNA test, why did you say no?
Because I didn't want your child to grow up a bastard like me.
But you said don't do it, though. But I'm a
bastard child.
But where is this coming?
A man, you know what I'm saying?
But I felt like if you had any doubt.
So that hurt you. Be quiet, Ms. Steffens. Because I can see that hurt you, the possibility that this child will come into the world and live out the experiences you live.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did people call you a bastard?
You know how people treat you. You know how family members show favoritism for other kids, and these kids got both their daddy and their mother, and my mother's just a single parent, Your Honor.
That hurts.
Yeah.
And that's why you said you stepped in.
Yes, Your Honor.
But now you feel like you were a sucker?
I feel like a sucker, Your Honor, because I had a bad past. I done had several women, before her, and she done had several men. And I didn't try to judge that against her, but I'm steady hearing. And it just put back in my head.
It's a bag up what he said. My mother or my biological mother or father didn't raise me. I was a foster child. My biological mom wasn't in my life, nor my father. I didn't meet him till I was 12. And ain't no telling if that's my biological father. Why would I put my children through that? Phelan is my 5th child. I'm pregnant again by Mr. Barrage. And to go through the same thing? I'm 5 months pregnant as we speak now.
She trapped me, Your Honor. She trapped me with this one.
Do you believe Mr. Barrage is Phelan's biological father?
100%
How you know? You wasn't up in the room sleeping with us.
My intention, it was to take him from her. I felt like he was a good man for me and my children.
Mr. Barrage, you can't tell me that you don't love that little girl.
She's all he knows. And she was your child.
You believe she was telling this other guy that he's the father, too?
Yes, Your Honor.
I want to hear from your witness, Ms. Steffens. Please stand. State your name for the court.
Belia Foreman.
Ms. Foreman?
Yes.
All right, so you are Ms. Steffens'
sister.
Do you believe Mr. Barrage is Phelan's biological father?
I 100%
How you know?
sure.
You wasn't up in the room sleeping with us.
I'll be my sister every day. I know my sister like the back of my own hand. If she was messing with any boy and she'd confide in me, I feel that Fernando is insecure with himself. He listens to what everybody telling him. The guys know that he's insecure with himself because he's not attractive. So they get in his head and say, "Oh, that is, the baby look just like me. The baby looks just like me. The baby looks just like me." Okay, because he cried in front of the guys plenty of times.
I think they enjoy messing with his head, to tell the truth, and they get a kick out of it because the guy the alleged father that he says that's his father.
The other guy.
Yes, he tells me to my face like, man, he know that's his baby.
You see, they steady around with each other, steady at the party together, talking, over here talking together. Come on, man, they steady married each other.
The reason we did go. So hold on, let's hold on for a second because I want to understand this. So this other guy, Ms. Steffens, have you ever had a sexual relationship with this other guy? So you have.
Yes.
So what he's saying is you've had a sexual relationship with this guy, and for some reason you're still around him all the time.
Because
unprotected sex, Your Honor.
Because
unprotected sex.
Was it unprotected or protected sex?
Unprotected. When I initially started, when I met Mr. Barrage, that relationship, no, not at the same time.
Might be another man, baby.
Not at the same time.
You know they got a name for themselves.
So was it during the window of conception?
No, it wasn't. No. I have 4 children previously before Phelan. Every last pregnancy I know, come on, it's like I'm pretty much like, I don't want to say a pro, but I know my body. I know
Your
my
pride.
body. No, I know my body
Yeah.
as far as, you know, having a child. I know my cycle is regular, everything. So around the time of conception, Fernando, Mr. Barrage, was the only one that I was having intercourse with, unprotected. The guy was long out the picture regardless of what he's saying. I know this
No,
for a
that's a
fact.
lie, Your Honor. You know, every time she get upset with me, you know, we get into a little arguments, you know, she go do her thing. You sleeping on him, sleeping
This
on
is
her
all
best
in
man,
his
sleeping
head.
on him.
I swear this is
Hey,
all
this ain't in my head.
his
This is what I
head.
know, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Barrage,
I know, Your Honor. I just want to get in where I fit in. She's supposed to be just a hit it, quit it. You know, I made a mistake.
He just
Nah.
saying anything now because
Nah.
he was
Nah.
so lovey-dovey. I'm telling you, want to be with me, everything. That was his girlfriend. If they were so happy, why are you laying in my bed every night?
You steady
Consistently
pouring my
every
phone up.
day.
so listen, you all. I know we're here because there's confusion. And when you stand at that podium, you want to prove your point. You want to make sure I understand your side. But if you think for 1 minute I'm crazy enough to believe that you all just was supposed to be hit it and quit it and it's just moving on, I mean, it doesn't even sound right. There is some connection between the two of you, whether it's a real relationship, a mature relationship or not. No, you all haven't gotten to that place yet. But there's something that connects you two. You all have real feelings for one another, and I can see it in your eyes.
I do, but
I don't feel that child is mine.
Let her speak.
Okay, Your Honor.
it's really not right because I don't know why he portraying it like it was just like, it was not that. My intentions, honestly, it may sound bad, but it was to take him from her. I felt like he was a good man for me and my children. And then when I got pregnant, he told me he was going to be there, and I really thought that. But for him to deny her, too, I feel like I'm pregnant again. I feel like a fool.
Both of you have stood in court today and testified that you feel like fools.
Yes, Your Honor.
Both of you.
A special type of food, though, Your Honor.
What kind?
Man, she put some type of voodoo on me or something, Your Honor.
Boy, please, I wish you quit standing up here acting like you don't care nothing about this girl. You are wasting my time. I'm trying to get to this paternity issue, and you trying to act like you don't care nothing about this girl. You are not running up to no hospital, stepping up to the plate, and signing the birth certificate for some hit it and quit it girl that you don't care nothing about. Let me tell you, I've been doing this too long, Mr. Barrage. I've been here too long. So it's okay if you have feelings for her. And look at
them blue eyes, Your Honor.
Look at them, they're beautiful.
Our biological mom has sexual eyes, and so does she. Why she can't have her traits?
I will give you this. The fact that she still constantly is in contact with someone that she had a sexual relationship with, the fact that you all had no commitment and you both say that, I get your doubt. I get why you can be doubtful. So I get that. But when I see you with this little baby in this video, you can't tell me that you don't love that little girl.
That she's all he know. I feel like why be around
so
playing
if
wrong?
she's not yours, what are you gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna want a paternity test for that one. I'm gonna be really hurt if she ain't mine, I'm gonna feel like that one ain't mine either.
He's all she know. Why play games with a child emotions like that? She's a baby, but babies know. She's old enough to know.
The baby's not mine, Your Honor.
So I have the results for you. Are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Round the envelope, please.
Your Honor.
In the case of, so you have.
Yes.
I get your doubt. I get why you can be doubtful.
When I got pregnant, he told me he was going to be there, and I really thought that. And I feel like a fool.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Barrage versus Steffens, when it comes to 8-month-old Phelan Barrage, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Barrage, you are her father.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're very emotional, Miss Steffens. Is it?
I tell him all the time, misery loves company. Of course, don't nobody want to see you happy. He gotta stop listening to what people be saying. Can't nobody tell you about me. I told you. Let me tell you. Let me show you. That showed you from day one. I'm such a thought, right? That showed you from day one. I said the same person since day one.
Don't even claim that, babe. You don't even put that name on your lips talking about yourself. Nobody in here is perfect. You may have made some mistakes. It is what it is. But the truth is that you have a beautiful baby girl, both of you. Mm-hmm. And it's one of the most important steps as we are in relationships or even co-parenting, whatever you all choose to do, is learning how to talk to one another and being able to listen to the other side and understand how they may feel. All right. I wish you all the very best of luck. We have counseling resources for you. Take advantage of them. Talk through these issues. Figure out how to get on a new page for these two beautiful babies.
Thank you, Hon.
Wish you the best of luck. Court is adjourned.